Let me show you the easiest way to run Facebook ads this year. And in this video, I'm going to show you a simple strategy you can use to get the best results for your Facebook ads using the lowest budget possible. So I want to create an advert and I'm here inside the Facebook Ads Manager. If you do not know how to get here, you need to go to adsmanager.facebook.com or watch the other videos I have on the channel to bring you right here. So this is the business manager interface and we need to create a new advert. So all I have to do is come here. I want to click on create and I want to choose my campaign objective. So what do I want to achieve from this campaign? In my case, I'm just going to select traffic because I want to send traffic to my landing page or to my sales page. So if you want to do sales, you can basically just select sales. For me, I like to start from the very basics, which is to just send people to my landing page or to my sales page, and then I would have trackers to track it. And when I am doing a retargeting campaign, then I can basically switch to search. However, if you sell physical product, you might just want to start with sales immediately and wait it through. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to stick to traffic and I'm going to continue. So I usually go with the manual setup, again, depending on the budget you have. So I'm going to click on continue and we now start the creation of the advert properly. So let's say I want to create this video for maybe YouTube or anything at all. So your own can be anything. In short, I'm just going to call it maybe a training that I want to promote, something like that. So this is basically for your own use only. So you come down your budget. So if you run multiple campaigns or you want to target at the campaign level or you want to budget at the campaign level, you can use a campaign budget, but I'm going to use the ad set level here in this case because I'm going to be using different kind of ad sets subsequently or in the near future. Also this, I can uncheck it because I am going to start this advert using one ad set. So I'm going to uncheck this. So I want all the budget to be spent on the ad set so that I can test what I want to test. So that's basically all you need to do here. Just name it and then select the budget type. And then you go to the next phase, which would be your ad set level. So your ad set level, you can also name it just for the purpose of clarity on your own part, because if you start running adverts and you have a lot of adverts, it gets confusing. So this is why you name, so that you understand what is you are doing. All right, so here you want to select your conversion location. Where do you want this advert to go to? All right, it can be a website. If you have an app, you can send it to your app. It can be messaging destinations like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. It can be to your Instagram profile or Facebook profile or your Facebook page or even both of them. It can be for people to just call you. All right, in my case, I'm going to use a website because I want them to go to my landing page. All right, here you also want to select your performance goals. So you want to select, if they go to your landing page, what are you prioritizing? So the main thing I want to prioritize is landing page views. I want people that will actually land on the page, because if they land on the page, they will be able to actually see the message I have on the page and decide to continue with it or not. So if you prefer something else, you can use link clicks and all of that, but I prefer the landing page views. All right, and then you want to come down to the bottom, and this is where you select your daily budget. And depending on how much you have, you can start with basically what you have. So from this, you can see that this is the default settings from Facebook, and they are telling me that if I spend 3,980, I'm going to be spending a maximum daily of 7,000. So sometimes it can go outside of your targeting, like your budgeting. So you have to, because you say you want to pay 2,500 a day, does not mean you are going to spend only that. So the thing here is that it would not exceed this, but it can exceed this. All right, so I'm just going to leave that here, but you can basically start with whatever you have. All right, so you can start with whatever you have. So I'm going to leave that there. So the starting date, I'm also going to leave it so whenever they approve the advert so that it can go live. So we want to come down here and we want to select our audience control and then the audience location. So my location, I basically want it to be Nigeria, but you can click on edit and you can select the location of your audience, where you want them to come from and all of that. So for instance, let's say you want to target only Lagos, you can just come here, search for Lagos, and you can basically select Lagos and target only Lagos. In my case, this is like a fresh campaign, so I'm going to leave it at the national level, which is Nigeria, and also because this is a virtual product and not a physical product, so I'm going to leave it to Nigeria. So here we want to do our we can select the advantage audience or not, but what I like to do is to switch to the original audience. So here you want to click on switch to original audience and say use original audience. So from that, you can now target properly as you want, like the age, the demographics, the interest, and all of that. So once you do that, you see that what we are doing here, our location will come out, but we now have more options here, like the age, the gender, and all of that. So you can also do what we call the detailed targeting, where you add interest, behaviors, and all of that. So when I start a fresh campaign, I do not use targeting. I just leave it naked and allow Facebook to find the right audience using my ad copy and then the message I have in my creative. So again, I'm going to leave it to default here. All right, so I'm leaving everything to default. For the audience targeting, again, I'm going to leave everything blank here. For languages, I can leave it to everything or just English. So I'm going to leave it to everything. Now, let's talk about the placement. This is where you decide where you want your advert to go to. So you can decide different places where your advert can go to. So here where we have placement, you can come here, click on edit, and then you can edit the placement. Again, when I start, depending on the budget, I want to start manually. And manually, I can select where I prefer. For instance, I don't like my advert to go to threads because threads are new. So if I want to create a dedicated advert for threads, I will focus on threads. I also do not want the audience network, and I also do not want the Facebook Messenger. So I want everything to just be on just Facebook and or Instagram. But in this case, I'm even going to uncheck Instagram because this is the first phase of the ad. So what I can do is I can create a duplicate ad set where I basically target only Instagram. So when you select Facebook, Facebook also has plenty feeds, and feeds simply means where these adverts will show. You can basically, here you can select where you do not want them to go to. So Facebook stories are fine. Facebook Reels are fine. You can even select WhatsApp status, but we are not running this advert to WhatsApp. So for the search results, we can toggle them off, so we don't need search results in this case. And once you are done, you see a preview of what the placements are like. So we are basically done from our ad set level. We want to go to the ad where we can now select our ad creative. So before then, you can see your estimated daily results. These are basically estimates, and this is the landing page calculation. Of course, this is not correct. So because this is 0 doesn't mean it's 0, but you just go to the next phase. So now we are in the ad level. This is where we now upload our advert and all of that. Before then, you want to select where your ad should go to. So you need a Facebook page for this. So you need to select a Facebook page. So we have one selected already. If you do not have, you need to create a Facebook page. So if you are running it to Instagram, you would need to add an Instagram account and link them together. So now this is where we create our adverts proper. So the advert is basically what people are going to see right here. So what I can do is you can actually boost your post, which simply means to select a post that you already have on the page. However, I really do not like to do that. So what I can do is to just create the ad and then select the manual upload. So here you can decide the kind of adverts you want to create. So your ad is simply the image and or video that people will see. So I'm going to use a single image or video. But if you have multiple images, you can use this one, the carousel. So you can select multiple images or multiple videos. Again, I like to keep things simple from the very beginning. So I'm going to use single image or video. In this case, I'm going to use a video even. So this is where you now put your URL to the landing page. Remember, we selected the landing page as our destination. So in my case, let's say I want to do this one. So this is going to be, let's say this is my URL. All right. So it says the URL doesn't direct to a website, and this is because the URL is not really correct. So this is what it should be. So it takes you to the landing page. So if you are doing this for, let's say, affiliate marketing for your product, this is where you put your landing page link or your sales page link or your opt-in link, whatever you want to call it, or your lead magnet, whatever. So that's where you put it. And we want to go to the next level. You can add button extensions. Again, I like to keep it simple so people don't get confused. So I just want them to go to the link. So if you sell a product where you think that a call might be easier for them, you can just select a call. But I personally do not want people to call me. I want people who can go to the landing page and read and understand and decide. These are the people I want. So I'm not going to give them the option to call or to write me on WhatsApp. So we are just going to leave all of that now, and then we continue to our next phase, which is to set up the ad creative. The ad creative again is the advert itself. So it can be a picture and or a video. So in my case, I'm going to use a video. So I can just click on video and I can go and select the video. So you can select the video from the source link. All right, but we want to come to the media here. So you click on media and then you can upload. So you come here where you have upload, and then you can find the video that you want to upload. So this video has finished uploading, so you can just click on next. And you want to do a few enhancements, you can just come here, click on skip and continue. And if you wanted to trim it, you can trim it, but just give it some time to come up. And then this is what your advert, this is a preview of what your adverts will will be like on the front end. So you can basically edit to fit all these things. All right, but you can automatically just come here, click on crop. If you click on crop, it's going to help you crop the video to match what they want you to do. But the best approach is just to recreate all the creatives to fit this way. For instance, if you see now, if they crop it, they remove my CTA here. All right, so I'm not going to confirm it, but just wanted to show you how you can do that. So for this one, you can see that they also want a 19:6 or 6:19, and the original video is vertical. And I'm just going to ignore all of that and click on next. And this is where you put your primary text, your headline, and then your call to action. So let's say my call to action is going to be maybe learn more, and then I can put my headline here and then my primary text. So I've added the primary text, and then I can just click on next, and you can allow it to help you enhance. So what it does is that with AI, it can enhance your text, your CTA, and all of that. Again, when I start my campaigns, I want to leave them as clear and as simple as possible. So you can add video effects if you want. You can add details over blah blah blah. Again, I'm not going to do all of that. So I click on done, and our creative has been uploaded. So we have uploaded all of our creatives, and you are going to see this error if you did not do that edit I talked about, especially with the video frames. All right, so I'm going to ignore all of that, but you see how it shows. So it's going to show in feeds, in stories, and Facebook rights column. So this is the primary text we added, and this is the headline. Again, this is the call to action, and we are basically ready to publish. So you want to also make sure that the landing page you are using has a pixel attached to it. So In my case, it does. And this is a preview of what your advert is going to look like. So if you are ready for this, if everything is fine, you can just click on publish and your advert will be published. And this is the easy way you can create converting adverts currently without wasting a lot of time or without burning budget.